somebody from the record company pointed out to me that, in fact, we didn't sell anything before. And all the shows are filled with young people because the records are selling now, 25 years after the fact. Curious.
Thank you. It's really, you see four people sort of re-establishing a friendship that hasn't been there for a while. That is progressing between Lou and I. It's a lot different now from when we first started the rehearsals in New York.
Did you set out on this tour with any expectations that have been overturned for you? Have you been surprised by the reaction?
Well, I kind of thought that something would happen, but I never expected it to be on this scale. And I'm always cautiously optimistic about the results. And that's slowly being eroded, very cautiously though. But I mean, it's a very pleasant surprise.
So what's being eroded? The caution or the optimism?
The caution is being eroded, yes.
La première fois que je l'écoutais, ça m'a juste explosé la tête, comme on dit. Ouais, c'était assez génial. Il n'y avait rien d'autre comme ça à ce moment. Et puis, je pense pas qu'il n'y aurait jamais rien d'autre pareil non plus.
Well, none of us approached this tour with the idea of a new Velvet career. You know, that's not my idea either. This was to be a special thing for us to have fun for once. And also in a way to sort of to give people, all these people have been buying our records all this time and paying the rent, give them a chance to finally see us.
Oh, dass die Musik ist einfach, mit der man sich identifiziert. Einfach, man lebt in einer Stadt, man lebt in Berlin, die sehr hart ist eigentlich in Bezug auf Drogen, auch Gewalt, die in Velvet Underground Songs eigentlich sehr rüberkommen.
In a very general sense, we can't be a nostalgic representation of the 60s because we were generally perceived as being something that ran counter to the hyped up social and political movements of the time. We were never active participants in any political cause or social daydreaming. We played in a band and had songs about things that we saw around us, and it was not intended as a lifestyle for people to adopt. It had no credos, no sets of rules. The only thing that we never expressed it, but in a sense we, I think, demystified rock and roll.
Hudba Velvetu pro nás vytvářela prostor, ve kterém se dalo vlastně svobodně žít i v tom prostředí, ve kterém jsme.
What does Willie Loman say in Death of a Salesman? He's just a ship looking for a safe harbor. Yeah, we put a ship in the water, and it turned out to be a turbo-engine sub. It just took a while for it to land wherever it landed, but our view of the quality of what we did, I feel we're in an interesting situation where we're all alive to see history validated somehow. Not only us, but Andy's faith in us, and our faith in ourselves, and the integrity that's gone into it, and all these years never to betray it. We have time to point to as the real judge of who or what did what first, best, and always. The proof is in the work, and the work is on record. There's a huge amount of compassion, I think, involved in the records. The compassion is real. A lot of the feelings for outsiders, people from outside the system.
And what costume shall the poor girl wear to all tomorrow's parties? A hand-me-down dress from who knows where to all tomorrow's parties. And where will she go? And what shall she do when midnight comes around? She'll turn once more to Sunday's clown and cry behind the door.
I think I'm more interested in the personalized short story set to music, or an epiphany set to music. I think sometimes people miss out on the hugely compassionate side of all this. Tomorrow's Parties. I think it's an easy song to understand. It's almost not quite Cinderella, because there is no prince at the end of all Tomorrow's Parties. But the image of this person trying to get ready for parties that may or may not happen, that they may or may not be able to go to, wearing what. There's a certain interesting tension in it.
The poor girl to all tomorrow's parties. My silks and linens of yesterday's gowns to all tomorrow's parties. And what will she do with Thursday's rest when Monday comes around? She'll turn once more to Sunday's clown and cry behind the door.
We're sponsoring a new band. It's called the Velvet Underground, and we have this chance to combine music and art and films all together, and we're sort of working on that. And well, the whole thing is being auditioned tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and if it works out, it might be very glamorous.
You know, much is speculated or wondered at in our exact relationship to Andy. And it is a hard thing to pin down.